Hey guys, Amelia here. So as the title mentioned, yes, I finished the marathon. And I'm so glad about it. I know this is about 2 weeks of a delay of an update, but I just want to share with you guys my whole journey and how was my experience like. So if you guys want to check out my race timing, you can actually check it out at the StanChart app. It's free. You can type out my bib, which is 18700 or 18700. And my timing wasn't good at all. I finished just right under 8 hours. To be exact, it's about 7 hours, 39 minutes and 53 seconds. So yeah, it's definitely a long time. I actually just had this engraved yesterday. Of course, initially I wanted to finish the race a lot faster than this. But basically what happened was, a month before the race, I actually injured my knee. And this is basically an old injury that came back. And this is an injury that happened during my cheerleading days. And basically, probably I wasn't warming myself up well. So I injured my knee while I was training. So it took me about 2 weeks to recover from it, and I kept going back and forth to the Chinese doctor, and the Chinese doctor actually told me that I shouldn't even be running this race and I should rest my knee at least 6 months. So I was a bit sad about it, but I decided to just close my ears and just, you know what, just race it out. Then after my knee, I remember it was after 2 weeks, the following Saturday, I woke up with a huge pain on my back, and I was so frustrated. I went to the Chinese doctor again, get it fixed. Took me about a week to recover from it, and I basically don't know what happened. I just woke up with a huge pain on my back. So, okay, one week passed. The following Monday, I was trying to wake up to go to the office. Then I heard a click on my neck, and after that click, there was such a surge of pain from my neck up to my mid-back. I don't know what happened. I was just trying to wake up. So then again, I went to the Chinese doctor, and I was so frustrated again, mainly because 3 injuries prior to the race are these signs that I shouldn't be running in the first place. I was even thinking of making video about it, but I was feeling like crap basically, and I didn't want to be in front of the camera or whatever. So yeah, it was really frustrating. Then I queued the hell out for this race. I was queuing on the launching date, queued for a few hours, paid for it, trained so hard for it, and then now all of these injuries happened. So then I thought to myself, you know what? If by Friday, the race was on Sunday, so if by Friday I don't feel better, then maybe I shouldn't be running at all. And thankfully by Friday, things were getting a lot better. So by Sunday, I woke up at 4, reached the race start point by 5, and I was running, and I crossed the start race point at about 5:20, 5:30-ish. So yeah, for the first 10 to 15K, I was having no problem. I was running throughout. Then from the 15K mark, which is probably the point where I was just entering East Coast, I decided to walk it out. And this is mainly because I was really worried that my knee injury will come back again. And if my knee injury came back, I wouldn't be able to run at all. A month before, just right when I was injuring my knee, I actually ran the Great Eastern Women Run, the 10K one, and I was struggling really hard to actually finish. Thankfully I had 2 friends who ran together with me, so we were walking, running, and running. So I mean, the 10K was a bit of a struggle because of the injured knee, and thinking of the 42 with an injured knee, I think it's gonna be really hard. So I decided to just walk out the rest. So I didn't realize how far the U-turn in East Coast was. So when I saw people around the 4 or 5 hour pacer marks passing by through me on the other side, I thought, hey, that's not so bad. Maybe I'll be able to finish on 6 hours. I was wrong. The U-turn was so far. By the time I exit the the East Coast area, which is around 29-30K mark, I think it was around 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. I think it's about around 11 a.m. That is probably the toughest moments for me throughout the whole race. The path was basically a long road with no shelter whatsoever. There was no drinking station, and the sun was so hot. It was right at the back of you. At the back. The sun was basically at the back of you. I can totally feel my back burnt and my head was so hot. I was feeling I was about to faint as well, and my knee was hurting. Throughout the whole race, I was surviving on muscle ups, and for the 30K onwards, I don't think the muscle up even works for me anymore. It was just so painful. So I was thinking of giving up, but I saw people around me and I thought to myself, I should just pull through and just walk it out. Just walk it out. And a trick that I did was I actually find a few people around me that I consider as my pacers. So I make sure that I don't stray away from them as far as possible. So I keep them very close. And the attention of focusing on them puts away these thoughts of like quitting the race and giving up. So I was following them, making sure that I won't stray away from them. Just continue to walk it out until the end. So basically, I was following these pacers of mine. They don't know that I'm pacing them. I don't think they know. So I was trying to keep my distance, but making sure that I won't stay too far from them. So I was following them from the 30K point up to the finish line. Nearing the finish line, maybe around 500 meters from it, the moment I see the finish line, I started running again. So when I see the finish line, I was so glad, and I'm just so glad that I finished the race without them cutting me off in the middle, not letting me finish the race. So yeah, I'm just so glad about that. Post-race, after getting this t-shirt and the medal here, yeah, after getting this finisher race tee and the medal, I finally I headed back home. I was hoping that I can get a cab, but again, everyone was trying to get a cab, so I finally took the train home. And my house is actually on an uphill, so while it usually takes me 2 minutes, 2 minutes to just walk it up. I was sort of limping, so it took me about 10 minutes to walk up, and I think I saw a few people laughing at me. But you know what? I don't care. I finished the race. From Sunday to Wednesday, I was practically limping everywhere, and Wednesday was probably the worst day for me. And I was really thankful that I guess I recovered quite fast, because by Thursday, I was able to I was fine. I was able to walk on hills already. So basically, that was my whole experience. So if you ask me whether I want to do this whole experience again, well, this is my second marathon, and I will never say never, but for now, I think I will hold off in racing a marathon for a bit. I will take up my Chinese doctor's advice to at least rest up for 6 months. And in the meantime, I will probably venture out to other sports. So I was thinking, I was just trying to understand why I had injuries on my neck, on my back, while I wasn't doing anything. I was just trying to wake up. So I was thinking through it. I basically switched job recently, and my new job, the workload has been a bit chaotic lately, and this is because they have a very tight deadline to meet. So, and this job requires me to sit in front of the computer and typing out a lot, and I guess that's probably why I injured my body, mainly because I don't stretch out that well as well. So I'm thinking maybe I should pick up yoga and Pilates. So I guess my plan for 2015 is trying out yoga, trying out Pilates. I mean, I've tried it out before, I love it, and maybe it's time for me to pick it up again. And then I don't mind running the Great Eastern Women 21K, just because it's also another thing. So I guess those are all the things that I'm looking at for 2015. And also, hopefully, after this whole job transitioning and this whole workload thing gets sorted out, hopefully I'll have more time to make more videos at a better schedule as well, more frequent at a better schedule. So yeah, for those of you who were fellow racers as me, congratulations, and for those of you who watched this video, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I guess hope to see you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.